For years, British intelligence is said to have maintained a sealed file bearing Meghan Markle's name. Not a rumor passed through tabloids, not an open investigation, but a document quietly stored and never publicly addressed. According to those familiar with intelligence procedures, files like that are not created casually, and they are rarely forgotten. The world moved on. Meghan married Prince Harry. The ceremony unfolded under global applause, and whatever questions once existed remained locked away. Until now. In recent months, fragments of information have begun surfacing from unlikely places: prison corridors, long-forgotten Hollywood circles, and the shadowed margins of Britain's security services. None of it confirmed, all of it persistent. And together, it has reopened questions that many assumed were settled years ago. The latest spark came from inside a Florida prison, where Ghislaine Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence. With no reputation left to preserve and no alliances remaining, Maxwell has reportedly begun speaking more freely. According to accounts circulating among investigators and journalists, she referenced Meghan Markle by name, claiming she possessed a document dating back to Markle's pre-royal years in Hollywood. Maxwell allegedly described it as a CV, not the kind submitted to casting agents, but a private resume used within elite social and networking circles. A record, she suggested, of introductions, travel, events, and associations that were never part of Meghan's public narrative. Maxwell did not provide the document publicly. She did not release proof, but she implied it existed, and that it contained material Meghan would not want scrutinized. Those familiar with Maxwell's history note that she rarely speaks without calculating value. During her years operating within elite global networks, information was currency, names were leverage, and silence was strategic, Dories, which has led some observers to ask not why she is speaking now, but why she remained quiet for so long. Attention has turned to the least documented chapter of Meghan Markle's past, the years between 2004 and 2011. Publicly, those years are described as a familiar Hollywood grind: auditions, small roles, persistence. Privately, photographs from that period show Markle traveling internationally, attending exclusive gatherings and appearing in circles typically closed to struggling actors. Industry watchers quietly questioned how those doors opened, who extended the invitations, and how the travel was funded. Those questions never reached the mainstream until Maxwell's claims reframed them. According to the allegations now circulating, the supposed CV outlined connections to wealthy individuals, elite events, and private social environments Maxwell herself once oversaw. If such a document exists, it would suggest intentional navigation of powerful networks rather than coincidence or chance. Several authors and photographers have previously documented Markle's presence at high-end venues such as Soho House, along with reported yacht events in the Mediterranean. None of this proves wrongdoing, but it has fueled speculation that her rise intersected with influential social ecosystems long before her royal relationship. That speculation becomes more serious when viewed through a national security lens. 1905. When Meghan Markle entered Prince Harry's life, she did not just become a potential royal spouse, she became a subject of vetting. In the United Kingdom, anyone marrying into the royal family undergoes discreet review by MI5. This is standard procedure, not punishment or suspicion, just protocol, DPR. Sources familiar with the process have long suggested that MI5 compiled a dossier examining Markle's background, including her unexplained travel, social connections, and professional trajectory. No document has ever leaked. No summary has surfaced. Only one phrase has circulated quietly among insiders: that aspects of the file were considered a concern. MI5 does not use that word lightly. And yet, nothing stopped the wedding. That contradiction has lingered for years. If intelligence services identified potential issues, why were they not addressed? Why was there no intervention? Why was everything sealed? When Maxwell's allegations began spreading in 2025, Buckingham Palace had options: a brief denial, a statement affirming that all vetting procedures were completed, even a quiet reassurance. Instead, there was nothing. No response. No clarification. palace silence is rarely accidental. Historically, untrue claims involving the monarchy are shut down quickly. This time, the response was total stillness. Observers suggest two reasons for that restraint. A denial could force disclosure of intelligence findings the palace does not want revisited. Or worse, it could risk contradiction if new evidence emerged. Silence in this case may have been the least damaging choice. Meanwhile, the impact appears to be personal as well as institutional. Reports suggest Prince Harry has been unsettled by recent revelations, not from his family, but from journalists and investigators revisiting Meghan's past. Details he once viewed as insignificant are now resurfacing with sharper context. Friends say he believed family objections were rooted in tradition and bias, not intelligence briefings he was never allowed to read. If MI5 did flag concerns, and if those concerns were withheld from him, it reframes his choices entirely. He did not just leave royal life for love, he may have done so without full knowledge of what others knew. The hypothetical consequences are enormous. If a document matching Maxwell's description were produced and verified, Meghan's carefully constructed public narrative would face immediate scrutiny. Corporate partnerships would reevaluate. The palace would be forced to explain its decisions. And Prince Harry would confront the reality that his life-altering choices were made on incomplete information. None of this assigns guilt. None of it links Meghan Markle to criminal activity. Even Maxwell's claims stop short of that. But questions alone can be destabilizing when they involve intelligence files, sealed records, and a witness with nothing left to lose. Maxwell, now confined and stripped of influence, has only two remaining assets: time and information. And history shows that authorities do not bargain over fantasies. They bargain over verifiable leads, which brings the story back to its core mystery. What did MI5 uncover before the wedding? Why was the file sealed? And why, years later, does the palace still refuse to address it? There are only a few possibilities. Either nothing significant was found and officials prefer silence, or something was found and ignored. Or something was found and deliberately buried, for reasons that extend beyond one marriage. Whatever the truth, intelligence files do not expire, and prisoners with leverage rarely stay quiet forever. Whether Meghan Markle's past ultimately stands intact or fractures under scrutiny will depend on evidence, not whispers. But one thing is clear: someone knows what is in that file, and sooner or later, the world may find out why it was never meant to be opened.